it's not overly it's not like I'm craving for an answer, but I'm just curious. Maybe I just want to relearn some basic. First thing that comes to mind is, I'm not sure, is this a common experience? As I get, as I practice more, it almost feels like I lose a lot of interest in what I think I want. It kind of gets.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
It feels scary, but at the same time, it feels free. Yeah, I'm not sure. It's weird. It feels weird. There's this weird dissonance. But
well,
when I really
let me ask
sit
you
down
this
and
question then: is that if that stuff that you're losing interest in was the old stuff that was unwholesome, is that a good or a bad thing?
It's definitely a good thing. Right? Yeah, it is a good thing. It is a good thing. It's just, well, to give you an example, it's like I have this place in mind that I want to go and visit, right? Like I was like, oh, okay, this is a place I want to go, a place I want to visit, and it's like, I don't know, just keep meditating. Like right here, right now is the best. Like nothing beats chilling out right here. It's like when I look at a place where I thought I want to go, it's like, is it really that good? Like, is it really worth?
Is it worth the effort of taking the trip to go there? Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Well, I'm glad to hear you making that kind of decision when you're young, rather than having to wait until you're old, where it takes too much effort, and you know that it takes too much effort to go there.
Yeah. I mean, so when I remember to, just wake up, take a deep breath, when I just really absorb in this moment, I know all this just falls away. It's almost like this weird, sometimes I have that, oh, I feel like I want it, and then suddenly I don't want it again. It's like, okay, it's like, maybe I'm just not used to it, I guess. It's, I don't know. Maybe that's also an unwholesome thought, right? Thinking about why is it this way. It's just also unwholesome thought. I'm just questioning.
As you probably know, I did a lot of traveling in the 1970s and 80s. Yeah. So the reason for a lot of traveling was that I was looking for something. I didn't even know what it was that I was looking for, but I was looking for something. So that's the next kind of question to ask you is that what are you looking for? Then, in fact, you could even go so far as tell me what kind of places are you thinking about going to visit?
Well, I always had a fascination with Japan. Like I had this like, oh, this is really beautiful. But the interesting thing was, I don't know, like I feel like I've been meditating so much, and I just took a stroll around my neighborhood, around the places I'm already at. It's like, wow, this place is really beautiful. Like, and then it's create this weird dissonance. Like, okay, what makes this place less attractive than the place I think I want to go? Like, it's almost like, like right. I mean, you said this a lot. Like right now, this is paradise. So it was like, I'm scratching my head.
What do you think about this question then? Is the Japan in your mind better than the Japan that you know that's real?
Yeah, that's the thing. I really, that's what I question. It's like that image I have in my head plus what is really there. It's like, I can see that because I'm reflecting on how many times this really happened. I've been to some other country like Indonesia, Taiwan. It's like when I'm there, it's like I mean it's nice, but it's hard to imagine there's any better than where I'm at. I mean, when I remember the wake up, that is, I'm not sure.
Okay. Well, here's then these are the kind of questions then I would ask in that regard to get you to examine things. Are you going to Japan because of the mountains in Japan? Because there are mountains in Malaysia.
Yeah,
Are you
yeah,
going
it's
to go
beautiful.
to Japan because of the cities in Japan? Because the cities in Japan are nothing like people would hope that they would be.
Yeah, yeah,
Are you looking for zendos in Japan? Because there are zendos in Malaysia that probably would be
yeah.
more welcoming and you'd get just as much out of as if you went to Japan.
Yes, yes. It's.
Okay, so now I'll go back and ask the original question then. What do you want by going to Japan?
I feel like it's just this deep yearning for connection. Of course, the Zen was definitely something I had in mind. But it's really funny because then, yeah, like you said, why do I have to go so far? Like, I know there's temples here, like Katal told me, he said there's this really good temple in West Malaysia that I can visit and practice in. So it really puts things into perspective, like what kind of story am I telling myself? Like, I
Well, you
mean,
also know the difference between a zendo that you'd visit one day and a zendo that you move into and live.
yes, yes,
Yes.
yes. Move
And
into.
often the imagination is the zendo that you would move into and live. And in fact, the reality is it's the zendo that you go to visit.
Yeah, yeah. I yeah, I mean that's true. I was thinking of only visiting. It's not. Yeah,
Okay, so with the examination then of these kind of thoughts, you can also come to the point of understanding that what you're looking for, you can find right there in the room you're in,
yeah,
which is joy, contentment, peace, and happiness, and all of that. And probably traveling is not going to bring you that. And being in Japan is probably not going to bring you that. And moving into a Zendo may be pretty hard on you. So you can take it easy right where you are and get all the benefit out of it that you'd spend by doing a lot of traveling and sitting in a Zendo.
I, yeah. So that kind of brings me to a. I was just
Brings you to
like,
a
what
what?
about? No, what about like if I have the thought of like going to Thailand, right? Like staying in the temple there, uh, near
Well,
wherever
that's
you're
a
at.
much easier trip in several different dimensions. For instance, you can hop on a train. I don't know where you are, but they've got trains in Malaysia down to Butterworth. How far are you from
Yes.
Butterworth?
I'm basically at the east, so it's not that far. There's 2 hours plane trip to Butterworth, and that's it.
Mm-hmm. Right, and
And I
that's the
can just take the
border,
train.
and then the train to Surat Thani is probably 4 hours. And now you're in my neighborhood if you're in Surat Thani. And here we have all kinds of things. We've got Wat Suan Mok, we've got Deepa Bhawan, we've got the International Dhamma Hermitage. It's just 20 kilometers from Surat Thani. And then a boat ride can get you to Deepa Bhawan on Wat Suan Mok, and we've got 3 or 4 Wats that you can hang out here on this island. Japan, I'm not sure of where to tell you to go or how to get there, but I do know that it's going to be one tough journey. Even after you arrive in Japan, it's going to be a tough journey. So if you're thinking about taking the journey, you might find that in fact Kuala Lumpur has a Thai temple there. And I have, though the information that I have is 25 years old, the information that I have is that Thai temple is good. They know Bhikkhu Buddhadasa and all of that kind of stuff. So that's only a 2-hour train ride in the other direction. And then there's that room that you're in that doesn't take any train rides at all. And you can just sit there and say, hot dog, I'm all right already. But it may be valuable for you to come and stay at a Wat here. You're most welcome. Much easier journey than to Japan. I know I have been to Japan. It's tough. It's tough and it's expensive.
Yes. No, yeah, that's really true. I'm surprised how simple this is. Yeah. Definitely, I have a change of heart in how I see things. Yeah.
Yeah, it's been 40 years since I joined to Japan, and it's just as tough and just as expensive now as it was then. But if you're thinking about coming to Thailand, come right on.
You always try to remind us that we have options in how we see things. I was wondering, sometimes, like, let's say if I'm feeling restless at a place, and I have a thought of like I want to go to a nearby forest or wherever just to be alone. Is how should I act in that situation? Like, maybe I'm making this too complicated. It's just sometimes I'm not sure. Like, well, there's nowhere to go right here, right now. It's okay. Or it's like, hey, if I want to really go, then that's okay too. So I feel like the answer is just really simple, right? I don't have to think about it. Just if I want to do it, just do it. I'm not sure. I asked this because there was a week ago where I was just in my living room and I was feeling really restless. And in the end, I took the option to go for a walk. Yeah, I took an option to go for a walk. I feel better. But then I have the thought I need to go somewhere further. So maybe it's unwholesome to even ask this question because I'm just overanalyzing this at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's really nothing there. Like I can just be okay with how confusing it is. Okay.
Well, there's not much to it, is there? It's just
Yes,
thinking and just thinking, and in fact, you're okay right where you are.
I often forgot how simple this practice really is. Like it's so interesting because I really have. No, I also say it's interesting because I actually have a lot of questions, but then when I talk to you, suddenly the question is gone.
Yes, I know. So do you have some time coming up? In the sense of
you mean going there?
Yeah, to come to visit here in Thailand.
I have to plan it. I think I do. Yeah, I need to organize some stuff. Get something fixed, taken care of. Renewing my passport. It shouldn't take much. Yeah. I will ask Mikey for clarification if I'm unsure of how to go. Yeah.
All right. Well, between now and the renewal of your passport, can you just sit and be happy?
Yes.
Yeah. I find it's really interesting that so many find that so difficult to do. When I give basic instructions, many of them will just ask one question after another, after another, after another, when I invite them to just practice right here with me right now. And they can't do it. And you remember that you were pretty slow in getting the point. The point is that there's no point to it. Just enjoy yourself right where you are.
I was rewatching my old video. I think it was the second video I talked to you, and you keep hammering this very simple thing, like right here, right now is safe. At that point, at that time, I don't get it, you know. And now I was like, it's so profound. It's like really that simple. Like I've been doing that a lot. It's interesting. It's just keep practicing. Yeah, some days it's difficult, but most of the time I can handle it.
Well, right now I hear you've been practicing. I want to go to Japan. I want to go to Japan. I'll get something really wonderful and magical if I go to Japan. And you can have something wonderful and magical by stop wanting to go to Japan.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, it's been practicing the wrong way my whole life.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I got it.
You got it. That's the point. You're right. Okay, well, why don't we finish this call now, and you can go practice just being right okay right where you are.
Okay, I will.
Okay.
Thank you.
We'll see you later.
See you.